There are places on this earth that seem to exist outside of time, corners of the world that hum with an ancient, unspoken energy. They are the blank spaces on our maps, the quiet valleys and forgotten shores where logic falters and the veil between what we know and what we fear grows thin. In our modern age, we have conquered mountains, plumbed the depths of the sea, and sent our voices and images hurtling through the ether at the speed of light. We live in a world that feels fully explored, cataloged, and explained. We have an answer for everything, a scientific principle for every phenomenon, a digital footprint for every moment. And yet, this illusion of total knowledge is just that, an illusion. Because the wild, untamable heart of our planet still beats in these secluded places. We are drawn to them, pulled by an innate human curiosity, a primal desire to peek behind the curtain of the mundane. We tell ourselves we seek answers, that we are driven by a thirst for knowledge and discovery, but perhaps deep down we simply want to be reminded that not everything in this world has been tamed, that mystery still exists. Some places hold secrets, and no place holds a secret more tightly, more permanently, than a deep body of water. The oceans with their crushing, unexplored abysses are the most obvious guardians of history, but it is the lakes, nestled in the heartlands of continents, that often possess a more intimate, more personal brand of mystery. They are the planet's subconscious mind, repositories of all that has been lost, forgotten, or deliberately hidden. They are mirrors to the sky, reflecting the passing clouds and the silent stars, yet their depths conceal a world of absolute darkness, a world without light or time. They swallow light, they muffle sound, and they hold on to what they are given, objects, memories, bodies. They guard them jealously, tucked away from the prying eyes of the world, preserving them in cold, silent suspension, the pressure and the chill halting the relentless march of decay. What falls into a deep, cold lake does not truly disappear, it simply waits. From a distance, it is the very picture of tranquility. A jewel of impossible blue, cupped in a granite basin carved by ancient glaciers millennia ago. The air here is crisp, scented with pine and damp earth, so clean it feels like the first breath ever taken. The surrounding forests are a tapestry of deep greens and rich browns, a primeval wilderness home to wildlife that moves with a quiet reverence, as if they too understand the nature of this place. On a calm day, its surface is a flawless mirror, so perfect that it can be difficult to tell where the water ends and the sky begins. It was given a name that speaks of peace, of calm, of a gentle respite from the chaos of the world. The first surveyors, enchanted by its breathtaking beauty, wrote it onto their maps with a flourish. They called it Lake Serenity, but a name is just a label, a human attempt to define and control something that defies easy categorization. And for those who have spent their lives in its shadow, the name is a cruel irony. A beautiful lie painted over a dark and unsettling truth. Lake Serenity was one such place, a place whose name was not a description, but a deception. For beneath that placid, inviting surface lies a secret history written in loss and fear. For generations, the communities clinging to its shores have known the truth. They speak of it in hushed tones, in stories told around dying fires, in warnings given to curious outsiders who mistake the lake's silence for peace. They speak of a chill that has nothing to do with the weather, a profound quiet that feels less like tranquility and more like something holding its breath, waiting. They talk of the disappearances. The stories are woven into the very fabric of the local history, becoming cautionary tales that have shaped the town's psyche. There was the case of the Miller brothers in '48, two experienced woodsmen who went out to fish for trout at dawn and were never seen again. Their boat was found drifting, empty, a full thermos of coffee still warm on the seat. In 1972, a young couple on their honeymoon vanished from a scenic overlook on the western shore, leaving behind a picnic blanket, a book of poetry, and a set of footprints that simply stopped at the water's edge. Then there was the lone hiker in the '90s, whose meticulously documented journal was found in his abandoned tent. The final entry describing an irresistible urge to walk down to the shore in the middle of the night. These are not just ghost stories, they are documented events, filed away in dusty police records, each one a cold, hard question mark. The official reports cite accidents, misadventure, the predictable dangers of the wilderness, but the locals know better. They feel it in their bones. The lake takes things. It has an appetite. It has a memory. And it's not just the people it takes. There are other phenomena, things that defy rational explanation and have baffled scientists for decades. strange, ethereal lights seen dancing over the water on moonless nights, pulsing with a cold biological energy attracting and then vanishing in an instant. Muffled sounds that seem to emanate from the depths, a low resonant hum that can be felt more than heard, or what some have described as a mournful, metallic grinding, like immense gears turning far below. Then there is the fog, not the gentle morning mist common to mountain lakes, but a thick, unnaturally cold vapor that can roll in without warning, even on a clear, windless day. It clings to the water's surface, dense and disorienting, swallowing sound and sight. Those caught in it speak of profound confusion and a chilling sense of being watched. It dissipates as quickly as it arrives, leaving behind only an unnerving silence and a lingering, bone-deep cold. Electronic equipment fails without warning. GPS signals are lost, compasses spin wildly near the lake's center, as if the magnetic poles of the Earth itself have been twisted into a knot. Geologists have studied the area, searching for magnetic anomalies or unusual mineral deposits, but their findings have been inconclusive. The lakebed should be a simple granite bowl. Instead, sonar readings have returned impossible data. Depths that exceed geological possibility, and fleeting, massive shapes that are there one moment and gone the next. Biologists have dragged the depths, expecting to find evidence of a large unknown predator, but have found only a startlingly barren ecosystem. The water itself is an enigma. It is unnaturally cold, maintaining a near-freezing temperature year-round, even at the surface in the height of summer. Its chemical composition is unlike any other freshwater lake in the region, perhaps on the planet. It is almost completely devoid of the microorganisms and nutrients that form the foundation of a healthy aquatic food web. It is, for all intents and purposes, sterile, as if the water itself resists life, actively purging it. Science, folklore, and eyewitness testimony all paint a picture of a place that operates by its own set of rules, a place where the natural laws we take for granted seem to be suspended, or perhaps replaced by something else entirely. For decades, the mystery of Lake Serenity has been a local secret, a dark piece of regional lore whispered from one generation to the next. But now, the whispers have grown louder, attracting a new generation of investigators armed with cutting-edge technology and a relentless drive for the truth. They are a new breed of explorer, a consortium of geologists, historians, and paranormal researchers who believe the answer isn't in one field, but in the collision of all of them. They are determined to pull back the veil, to deploy deep-sea drones to map the unmappable depths, to use sensitive hydrophones to listen for the lake's secrets, and to finally understand what lies beneath the beautiful, treacherous surface. What they will find is a story far older and stranger than they could ever imagine. A story of ancient geology, forgotten history, and a mystery that has waited patiently, in the dark, for someone to finally ask the right questions. The story of Lake Serenity is not just about what lies at the bottom of a lake, it's about the darkness that can hide in plain sight, and the chilling reality that some secrets are not meant to be kept. They are meant to be hunted.